Yo, 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 yo. The
Yes,
fuck
sir.
is up? The fuck is up, man? Hey. Hey. What's up, y'all? It's cracking the 80s, man. It's cracking the motherfucking 80s. This is a nice, smooth NPR podcast for your listening pleasure. I'm here as your guy, 5'2". What up, y'all? It's 5'2". I'm here. I'm him, man. We back.
It's your
It's
boy
cracking the
Drugs.
80s. Drugs. What you would do for a drug? You think you got everything? What up, my boy? Yeah.
What up, man? What up to the congregation?
Congregation, go ahead and pass that collection plate around. We are taking donations. Donations. You know what I'm saying? What up, my boy? Welcome back to the show, everybody. Hey, motherfuckers. What up? It's your boy. What up, y'all? Mars ain't with us again this week, so you got us, you got the guys, you got the dynamic duo. You know what I'm saying? You got the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys. What are some other fly ass dynamic duos? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you already said the Hardy Boys.
We
What
got
else we
Joe
got?
Biden and Kamala. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Dynamic duos out this bitch.
okay. You know what I'm saying? Got Jordan and Pippen, you know what I mean?
Key and Peele, Jordan Peele and Key.
Oh hell no. I ain't with that duo.
That's not a cool duo. They ain't fire. They not fly.
Nah, man.
Yeah, them niggas not
You
fly.
could have
Shout out
went
to
with
them boys though.
you could have said Kanye, Amber Rose.
Oh man, Kanye, Julia Fox.
Nah,
Oh
hell
man,
no. That
that's
was
some
like a
funny
cool
shit.
5 minutes.
Yeah, that was like a nice little intermission. You know when you go to see a play on Broadway and shit, they got that little intermission. All right, you could go get your snacks, go to the bathroom, get some refreshments, go smoke a spliff. That was that relationship. It was just like an intermission in the Kanye saga, Kanye West saga.
Yeah, I think Kanye was just fooled by that movie, the Adam Sandler movie. He was like,
Yeah,
"Ah, shit,
definitely.
nah, I gotta see what this shit about." No,
You
that
seen
shit,
her recently? Shorty looked like a bum,
bruh. That's what I'm
like
saying.
like homeless almost, homeless
That's what
even.
I'm saying. At first, I thought it was like maybe she had a stylist and like her pieces was just looking like that. Nah, dog. Like she just legit dressing like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is on her own volition. You know what I mean? It ain't nobody telling her to do this shit. She is choosing these outfits. But I think it was some footage came out recently about what her crib looks like or something. That shit was looking kind of bummy, bro. Like the mattress on the floor type shit. And I mean, I ain't shaming that, but for the I
Ain't
don't
she
want to
supposed to be
call
like a
her.
model and an actress and like
She's supposed to be a model for sure. That is number one on the list. Apparently, she's supposed to be a model, but who the fuck knows? Who cares though? Shout out to that motherfucker. Who cares?
right.
Welcome back to Crack in the 80s though. We back. We back. It's the guys. Hey, if it's your first time listening to the show, hey, welcome. Welcome to the show, man. Hey, what up? It's 5'2". I'm here. I'm him. You know what I'm saying? If it's your last time, Mars will let you know to go clear some fucking samples, boy. Gotta get off the train, son. Get off the train, man. This ain't your stop, boy. Well, I mean, this is your stop, boy. Get the fuck out of here.
Help, police.
We got another exciting show for the people today, man. What we gonna talk about today, man? Just to give them a little teaser, we gonna definitely talk about some of these shows, Your Honor. Maybe a little bit of Last of Us, maybe a little bit of BMF. We might, maybe not. Talk about these sports topics. A lot of sports news. You know what I mean? Super Bowl is in a week, not this week, but next week. You know what I'm saying? Super
I
Super Bowl. Hey, take it easy. Take it easy, Eagles fan.
the
We're gonna
Eagle
get there.
Bowl.
We're gonna get there, brother. Take it easy, man.
The Eagle Bowl. Yeah, that's what we call it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh, yeah, man.
The gods, man. Yeah.
Tom Brady retired. You know, there's a couple of sports news, couple of sports topics we're gonna get into this week, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna put that at the beginning of the pod because we don't want to dry the coochie out there. You know what I'm saying? We still want them to stick around right now. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We want them to stick around. But how you doing, bro? How was your week, man? let's get into that shit. Let's see how you doing, man.
It was peaceful. It was peaceful. I could say that, man.
I
Uh,
like peace. I like peace, my brother.
yeah, I love peace, man. Like if there's anything I'd have, you know what I'm saying, I'd die with. I'd prefer to die with peace.
Hey, nah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was
Peace
that
of
was
mind.
that sounded inspirational, my nigga. I feel like I should go apply for some jobs right now. Damn.
Oh man, so but
Early,
nah,
early
yeah,
Monday motivation for niggas right there.
that's right. Always, man. Always, man. You know what I mean?
That's what's up,
Uh,
though. That's what's up, though.
the thing it's funny that you said motivation. I feel like ever since COVID, shit, even before then, but ever since COVID, I felt like I had like a kind of like a epiphany.
Mm.
Uh, and I just felt like I haven't been motivated the way I should be or should have been or wanted to be throughout my life. A lot of periods of darkness, a lot of periods of like being lost. Uh, looking into other entities. You know, you know, I guess expecting or begging for that inspiration or begging for some sort of direction or guidance.
Yeah. Mm.
Just not getting it. And you know, like I said, after COVID, after that whole experience, I sat down with myself and just reflected on a lot of fucked up shit, a lot of shit I probably said to people, a lot of shit that was said to me.
Mm.
And
I think
you know,
everybody did that during pandemic, during COVID, post COVID, and during COVID. We were
right.
forced to just sit down with ourselves. A lot of us, you know what I mean, people that worked, that had started working from home or whatever, or maybe didn't have any work. We were forced, just
Yeah.
society forced us to sit the fuck down and reflect. Because you couldn't do much else, you know what I'm saying? You could either watch the news and be in complete panic all the time or just sit with yourself and learn what you like. A lot of people, I think, over the pandemic learned what they like and what they don't like for sure.
Right. Right. But I realized, we look for inspiration or we look at those things, certain things for motivation that's not exactly, I'm not going to say right or wrong, but those things aren't exactly what we should be looking for or looking towards or you know so
Quick fixes is basically
right,
what, yeah, put a band-aid on that shit. That's what, you know what I mean? Instead of doing the work, really fixing it.
right. To be honest, you know and this is, I'm off on a tangent too, but when I used to write, still write, but when we was making music and stuff like that, I used to work with artists here and there. And
Mhm.
people used to tell me, even just writing, you know what I'm saying? People, I would hear about people telling me about writer's block. And I never really knew what the meaning of writer's block was.
Yeah.
But I always used to say, used to be like, how could you get writer's block? Like there's, to me, I feel like there's always something
There's
to
always something
say.
to pull inspiration from. I feel you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Life is, life. That's it. That's the topic. You know what I'm
I was about to
saying?
say, yeah, but I think,
But
yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I think you about to say it.
but you know, even in that, you know, because I went through writer's block recently. I didn't know it was writer's block, but I take it as writer's block because, like I was saying before, I had to sit down. You know what I'm saying? I had to sit down. I had to not only reflect, but I had to figure out what those things meant to me, and is it pushing me forward? Is it helping me progress?
Yeah.
Or am I still sitting in the exact same spot that I was for all
Pre-pandemic.
my life?
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. I mean, definitely I could say for me, the pandemic, because you know what I mean, job I work for, we actually worked through the pandemic. We didn't have any breaks, bro. Like
Right.
we, as everybody else was at home and people working from home, nigga, we was still out on the streets, like
Yeah.
working. So I can't really say I had much really. I didn't have the same pandemic experience as the rest of the world for the most part. Like much didn't nothing really changed for me outside of being out, seeing people with masks, seeing less people outside, and you know what I mean, just dealing with the everyday being out. But I definitely drew inspiration from seeing how everybody else was dealing with the pandemic. You know what I mean? That gave me inspiration in seeing, yo, in the midst of a quote unquote disaster or a time of, you know what I mean, super, everybody is in need, everybody is on edge, everybody is in fear. Seeing how people dealt with it, and I mean, watching my boy Andrew Schultz, his career take off because he came up with a way to do comedy via his, you know what I mean, Instagrams, and created a new form of way to put your comedy out. You know what I mean? I was watching that like, oh shit, like he turned a fucking moment that you can't do comedy as a comedian, you can't go out to do these shows, but he figured out how to make his fucking career still worthy and still effective during this time when niggas like Tory Lanez with Quarantine Radio. I was taking a lot of inspiration from seeing these guys just being artists, their art form, being able to still get it out to the world in this fucking time. You know what I'm saying? And this, I think we draw inspiration. Speaking for me personally, I draw inspiration from a lot of artists as well. Just in general, maybe what they're going through, their music. You know what I mean? Just that's where I draw most of my inspiration for. Specifically, like, well, getting into my week too. This kind of falls in line with how my week went. For anybody wondering, my week was okay. It was decent. I had work and shit. You know what I mean? But I have been fucking on Twitch and streaming recently, so y'all go check that out, you know what I'm saying? To Get a High on Twitch, you know what I'm saying? We be on there live, cracking the 80s live and shit. I be on there, so check me out. But over the week, I did watch this Kid Cudi documentary on Amazon Prime, bro.
Yes, Sirski.
A Man Named Scott.
Talk about
Oh,
it. Talk
oh
about it,
my
my brother.
God, boy. What a motherfucking amazing doc. And you know, we
And
Cudi
that's
heads over here.
and that's really the segue that I was heading for too, by the way. So good shit.
Hmm. Yeah, like I mean, we Cudi heads over here, boy. Pause if necessary, but I ain't pausing that shit. Cudi my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So this documentary been out for a minute too, bro. This shit came out 2001. I didn't even know. Well, I knew, but I had got lost in time, I guess, when it came out. So I watched this shit over the last week, you know what I mean? A Man Named Scott. It's basically the Kid Cudi documentary, man. I'm looking at it here. It says examining how Kid Cudi's emotional openness liberated so many hip hop artists, some of whom discuss their own complicated inner lives. I think that's the perfect one sentence to describe Cudi and to describe this documentary. You know what I'm saying? Cudi is one of them artists where, for me, I remember when I first discovered Cudi, it was just a feeling of, oh yeah, you can be yourself. Because you got to think, hip hop culture is something that we admired, bro. Like this is what we aspired to be. We wanted to be these guys for the most part. You know what I'm saying? They were like superheroes. So
Yep.
when you seen Cudi come out and being himself to the truest form, you heard his lyrics. You knew he was being honest with you. So much to where it made it cool to talk about your feelings and shit. You know what I mean? Talk about when you sad. You know what I'm saying? Did you see the doc, bro? A Man Named Scott?
Come on, man. Come on,
Come
man. You
on
know I
now.
did.
Come
You know
on
I
now.
did, man.
What you
Definitely.
what you think, man? What you think, bro? Let's talk about it,
I'm
man,
I'm
because this is
I'm
one of
near
those guys.
I'm near with you, man. I was just, you know what I'm saying, letting you, get your shit off, man. I was definitely there with you.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I mean, man, just before we get into what you thought, let me just run down a list of just moments from this doc that I thought were telling just about the guy who Kid Cudi is. You know what I'm saying? So in this doc, not only did they have Cudi, of course, given his, you know what I mean, he's the focus of this piece. Not only was he there to answer, you know what I'm saying, the questions that the person interviewing him might be asking, they also had other artists and entertainers, actors, musicians there to give their 2 cents about what Cudi's music did for them and his impact on culture. You know what I mean? Everybody from motherfucking ASAP Rocky,
Yep.
Schoolboy Q. It was some people on there that surprised me that how much Cudi impacted them. It's clear
But it
because if
makes
you
sense.
exactly, bro, that's what I'm saying. It makes a lot of sense, but because we haven't seen them
Cause
outright,
Q,
bro, exactly. That's what I
bro,
was
if you're
getting
a Q
to.
fan, it's like, yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
Q
I
first
knew it.
album was Oxymoron, bro. He told the story about that. You seen the when he was with Charlemagne walking through the no, that wasn't. It
But
was
before that,
Charlemagne. Yeah, yeah.
habits and contradictions.
Yeah, there you go. Setbacks and no, it was habits and contradictions. I think the first one was like setbacks and something. So you could tell just from the title. If we just sticking on the title alone, Schoolboy Q music, we knew he was real introspective with his lyrics and he was giving
He
us his
stuck with
life
Cudi.
through raps. Yeah,
Yeah, he took something from Cudi.
exactly. So, you know, I mean, a
A
couple other
lot of these
people
niggas, a lot of these niggas, bro. Like
talk about it,
Kanye,
man.
Kanye, he started with it. You know what I'm saying? He started with it. He came out with Through the Wire, and you know what I'm saying, all his great shit. You know, he was always kind of in that bag, but I think you could kind of tell when it shifted more when he met Cudi.
Yeah, for sure.
He
I mean,
got
they
more.
talked about it. They talked about it perfectly in the doc, bro.
Yes, man.
I forget who it
Beautiful.
was. I think it was Don C. Shout out to Don C. I think he was saying, "Yo, Kanye started this movement." You know what I mean? So basically, Kid Cudi, he makes music for the lost, for the kids that are out there. I forget how they exactly phrased it, but it was basically like, "Yo, this music is for to connect with the kids." And they were saying Kanye started that movement with College Dropout, and then he kind of deviated from it a little bit as his career progressed. But like you said, when he met Cudi, it was like he just continued on from there. And Cudi continued that movement with Man on the Moon 1, Man on the Moon 2. You know what I'm saying? He just
Right.
continued that movement of being open with your feelings, being open with how you feel, which essentially is helping out the kids because it's allowing them to know, oh, yo, you can be yourself. It's okay to be weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, this music is sad, but it can help you. And that was the number one thing for me that connected me with Cudi. When I discovered Kid Cudi, I remember like it was yesterday, bro. I'm in college, like my first year of college. I'm in like English 101 or some shit, and I'm commuting to college. I went to LaGuardia for my to get my associates. So you know what I mean, I'm commuting. I'm on the train. You know that New York lifestyle. You commuting to get wherever you trying to go. You on the train with other motherfuckers. So I'm in English 101, and there was another student there. Shout out to bro, I forget your name, but I don't know how we struck up a conversation about music out of nowhere, and he was just like, "Yo, it got some new guys that are coming out. Do you know about this guy? You know about Mickey Fax? You know about Wale? You know about Currency? Oh, yo, Currency used to be up under Wayne. You don't remember, bro? You remember And I was just like, oh shit, these are like it's a new movement going on. I appreciate you, thank you, bro, putting me on. Then he told me like, yo, it's this other guy, Kid Cudi. And this when I heard the name Kid Cudi, I'm like, yo, that's kind of a cool ass name. The alliteration is dope. Like, it's just cool. And he just started putting me on. Like, yeah, he's out here in NY, but he's from Ohio. He got this mixtape. This is when the Kid Named Cudi mixtape was out. He told me where to go get that shit. I listened to it, bro, and poof, it was like my world changed at that moment. I can't say I was sad or anything or I was dealing with stuff. It was probably just feelings that I had about the world or about life. I had probably just lost like my best friend passed away in the military. So I was just dealing with shit that not that I couldn't talk to anybody about it, I just wasn't. So when you
Right.
put Kid Cudi's music on and you hear him opening up about these different topics, talking about how he lost his dad, how that affected him, just different topics that you didn't really hear about in hip hop, bro. Especially not at that time. And then his sound was different. I was just like, it was the perfect marriage for me, bro. It was like, oh, this is my guy. Like this is my artist for real. And then, bro, it just elevated from there. Like he put out the first project, and then he took off. But getting back to the doc, what was like something that stuck out for you? But before we get to that, my bad. Just a couple of more of these artists that were giving their 2 cents about Cudi. We said Q, we said ASAP Rocky, we said Kanye, but they also had actors on that bitch. What's my man?
My nigga.
Timothy.
Yeah,
What's my man name?
yeah,
Chalamet?
yeah. I forgot his whole name, but yeah,
Yeah,
I believe
Chalamet is
his
the
first
last
name.
name.
It's he's in Intergalactic.
Or he's in it.
He's one
Or
of the
he's in the
characters.
Intergalactic. Word. Timothy
Hmm.
Chalamet. He's in
Yeah,
Intergalactic. He's in Dune. You know what I'm saying?
fire.
He's in a
But
couple of the joints.
what really I'm gonna say what really caught me in the documentary uh when Shia spoke.
Word.
Okay, so
Shia
if
LaBeouf.
you yeah, if you a fan of Cud, like a real Cud fan, you kind of know that him and Shia were cool, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't really know to the extent of them being brothers. You don't really
Yeah.
know to the extent of them being like the closest of friends. Like they, you know what I'm saying?
So much so that when they were talking to Cudi in the doc, Cudi asked specifically, he was like, yo, how did the Shia interview go? Like
Right,
you could tell it meant something to him. You know what I
right.
mean?
So yeah, and that part too is crazy. So like, and I think yo, cause honestly, bro, it got damn. I'm trying to remember exactly what part of the documentary it got to, but it was like towards the end. Um,
Well,
Cuddy,
what were they speaking about?
um, Cuddy was touching on uh, which album was that? Okay,
Speeding Bullet to
when it
Heaven?
got to Speed and Bullet, yeah. So
Yeah.
after it hit Speed and Bullet, bro, real shit, my eyes started tearing up, bro.
They was cutting onions in the room. Yeah, I mean sometimes they be having onions and shit just
Yeah, nah,
I've
for
been
real,
in your
bro.
crib. They be having onions over there
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, nah, for sure, for sure. That onion laid out. So, uh, you know, cut instantly because yo, you gotta understand, when Speed and Bullet dropped, right? I'm such a fan of the art. I'm such a fan, we all love music. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm the only nigga in the world that loves music. Like I feel like we all love music, right?
I thought it came out like probably like earlier this week. It was a headline: "Drugs, the only nigga to like
To,
music." I
to
seen
yeah,
that
yeah,
article, bro.
right,
I
right.
definitely seen that article.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. It was GQ. It was
Yeah,
GQ.
exact.
Yeah, I spoke
See,
to the
you
boys.
seen it. You seen it too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You seen it.
Yeah. So wait, yeah. So, yeah, we all love music, bro. But I think the thing that separates us all and what brings some of us together even in the same instance is what music means and does for us.
Nah, yeah. Music is usually used for healing. Not usually, but music that connects with you in that way, it does a lot of healing. It has a healing aspect to it. That's what I was saying, like about
Right.
Cudi's music. Like my shorty will joke with me about, yo, the music that you champion and that you love is really sad. Like I listen to a lot of Cudi, like early Trippy Red, Mac Miller.
Yeah,
She's like, yo, that shit is sad. Like, how do you
but you
listen
gotta
to that?
understand, yeah, and people have told me that too. Like I've gotten around like some of my, maybe family or friends, homies or whatever, you playing music and you got your, so we all got our own little aesthetic when we playing our playlists and shit like that. So we play a certain sound that we love.
Yep.
And that person with you they might not, you know what I'm saying? They might not be on that frequency.
They can't get
They'd be
jiggy
like,
with
my
it.
nigga, what the fuck, bro? Like, nah, let me get the aux. So, let me, you know what I'm saying? I always got that reaction and I
Nigga turned on
understand,
that confused. Truth is what I choose.
you
Heal
know,
I never do.
right.
Asking who are you? I don't have one clue.
Sometimes, at first, in an immature way, you might take it personally. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really understand why. You like, well, this is fire. Like, this is,
This is what I
this is
like.
good music. No, it's not that, it's what you like, but in your head, you like, bro, this is beautiful music. Like, like, how aren't you guys not,
How aren't you connecting with this like I
or
am?
like, why aren't you vibing with it? Or like, why? Because it's not like I'm playing something that's completely out of the vibe. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna just throw on some suicidal shit while we, fucking puffing weed and, chilling and
Niggas is up
drinking. And,
there.
you know what
Niggas
I'm
throwing that
saying?
confused. Truth is what I choose. Hold on, I think I might have to give the people a little bit of that, man. I need to.
But, wait, where was I?
These walls ain't talking back. Might as well finally paint them black. I'm out of ideas.
Oh,
Oh
man.
man, we on a tangent, but I
Listen,
mean,
listen, man. Listen, man.
Kid
Hey,
Cudi,
man.
we love you, man. We love you, bro. We love
Here's
you,
what,
bro.
here's what I just want to say, bro. When I heard Speeding Bullet to Heaven, I was confused.
Mm. But do
Now, I wasn't confused in a way where I didn't understand the sound, I didn't understand the music, I didn't understand, what was going on, or what I'm saying, I didn't understand the change up of maybe the frequency
direction he was
even.
going.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I loved it. I love wherever Cuddy went. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was more confused because my connection with Cud, I started to feel like that was when a part of my life where I started questioning a lot and self.
Mm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of shit was going on. You know, I-
2015, this project came out, so
right,
around that
right.
time, y'all could, you know what I'm saying? For
So,
reference.
so um, depression was, it was always on and off, kicking niggas ass, you know what I'm saying? So that album, I feel like I had a lot of questions for Cuddy because I felt like he was talking to me in some way. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So when that part came up in the documentary, the nigga Cud literally like his eyes like kind of widened a little bit and then he just was like, I don't want to talk
Didn't
about
wanna
Speeding
talk
Bullet.
about it. Yeah, he didn't even wanna talk
I don't
about
want to
that
talk
shit.
about anything around when I dropped or even did Speeding Bullet. I
Mhm.
don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. It was according to him, it was, and you could tell just from the lyrics. If he never spoke on it at all, if he never said that, you can just listen to the songs. Like I'm saying, Confused was the first lead single, and the lyrics on there, I champion them. I love the lyrics, but my God, it's dark, bro. It's
Yeah.
very dark.
Yeah. So in a documentary, Shia, he starts to speak about basically his connection with Cud dying out because at that time, you know, obviously if you're a Cud fan, he started using
Mhm.
uh, you know,
He said their relationship, but he would always be able to contact him, and during that time in his life, it was very hard for him to communicate. Speaking about Shy, it was hard for him to communicate with Cud at this time. You know what I mean?
The nigga said every time he reached out, he felt it. Like he
Yeah,
felt he was losing him.
yeah. You speaking, you know about that feeling. Like it might be a homie. It might even be like a relationship that you might have been in or situationship, whatever. Woman, man, or whatever you into. You could it's a moment where you sense that disconnect. Like if you're in a relationship or if you're with like homies or when you friendship, whatever, you guys are locked. Like it's always like a lock. That's what the friendship is for me. It's like we connect on certain things that creates this form of a lock. You know what I mean? But as time and as things happen in people's lives, you can definitely sense when those cords are like kind of coming apart. It's getting a little looser. You can feel it. You can hear it in the way they speak. You
Yep.
can hear it just in the conversations you guys might have.
Yep.
Like it's you can tell, bro. This I'm looking right here just so we can I mean just progress the conversation. According to Wikipedia right here about this album, under the music and lyrics section, let me pull it up. It says Speeding Bullet to Heaven is an alternative rock album. The album has been called a cross between Cudi of old and Nirvana with dark lyrics that touch on suicide and self-worth. When commenting on the aspects of the album worth highlighting, critics recommend the occasional dark route that the lyrics take, exploring depression, suicide, and other personal flaws that are never easy to address through music. And that right there is the superpower that Cudi possesses. In the doc, people were saying, I forget who it was, but specifically they were like, yo, anytime Cudi is the one artist where anytime you hear his name come up, you think about other artists when they talk about him. Oh, yo, he's fly. Yo, he get all the bitches. Yo, his shit slaps. When people talk about Cudi in any aspect, the first thing or the common denominator is, yo, he saved my life. He inspired
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he spits his truth.
Yeah.
I think I have a quote here from Shy. He said, yo, he spits his truth in a way that seemed accessible but was vulnerable. That is a powerful quote, bro, because that's how I connected to his music. Like, he was vulnerable enough, but he also felt that you could still connect with him. Like, I know people personally. I know this shorty from out here. Shout out to Mel. I know this shorty from out here in the H. She actually FaceTime with this nigga on a random, like on a whim, like through, I think like WhatsApp or something. He was just on Twitter. Cause you know, Cudi, being who Cudi is, he be up late night, random times, just on Twitter talking about, and I mean, not feeling like himself or whatever, just trying to get inspiration and love from his fans. Like he was just randomly FaceTiming with fans. Like, yo, give me your number, I'm gonna call you. And she spoke like she got that shit saved like to this day as a pinned tweet. I would too. Shit, talking to this nigga like just he's shirtless. You could tell he might have just been in the crib chilling, but he's connecting with his fans, bro. That, and we gonna get off of this. Cudi is, we got Kanye. Cudi took it over, and R.I.P. to my brother XXX He was the next level of that, bro. He was
Yeah.
the next level of connecting with your fans based off of real, true human emotion. He was that next guy, bro. I hate that they took that nigga out, bro. That shit still fuck with me. I don't like that. That was my guy, bro. Like
Yeah.
XXX was my boy, so I can
Yeah.
see
I can
how
see.
artists relate to people like. I mean, people relate to artists like this. It's just being a human, bro. That's at the end of the day, we're all just human. Fuck the amount of money you got, the amount of success you might think you have, the crib you live in, the nice car, the bitches, the dinners. All of that shit is nice and cool and it makes for a nice life, but at the end of the day, we still human, bro. We deal with emotion. We deal with all of that type of stuff that you could connect to with other people. It doesn't matter what position you in. Homeless or motherfucking Queen of England.
And no matter how much you try to shut your feelings or emotions off in your mind, at the end of the day, remember, you're not, there's no switch there.
Hey, you can't turn it off.
There's no
You gotta
switch there.
deal with it. You gotta understand how to deal with that shit.
You know what I'm saying? So at some point in time in your life, you're gonna be forced to sit down. It might not happen now. It might not happen 2 years from now. It might not even happen 15 years from now. But it's gonna happen.
Mhm.
When you sit down, that shit gonna hit you like Sammy used to hit that motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Barry Bonds, you heard?
Hit that
That's how
bitch
it's
out the
gonna hit.
park. It's
But
another hit, Barry Bonds.
I wanna ask you something, man. This is something I think the people gonna fuck with too. Uh, we both Cud fans, obviously. Uh, and I'm not gonna ask you your favorite album because I feel like that's like the most cliche, and I'm not that type of nigga. Like I'm not that. Uh, I'm very
Not cliche.
not cliche. I don't want to say that. More so, when we talk music, when we talk about the art, it's
It's not
more
surface level.
introspect. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's more
it's below the surface. So
right.
yeah.
So, what album of Cudi's do you feel you resonated with the most? What
Hmm.
spoke to you the most? What album was it for you, and like why?
That's a good question. Let me see. So if I had to pick, I would have to say two of them for
Okay.
sure. And it might have been kind of aligned with the thinking you were have, but for sure the first album. I can't disconnect with the Man on the Moon one. Specifically the soundtrack to My Life record. I remember when that record dropped. I remember we heard a snippet of it somewhere. I think he was actually this might have been the first time he came on 106 in Park with Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was
Mm-hmm.
the first time they asked Cudi to spit a freestyle as they do back in the day in hip hop. Yo, spit a freestyle. He spit
Mm-hmm.
the first verse
Was
into the
first verse?
hook
Yeah. Yep.
of
Yep.
soundtrack to My Life. And I remember just hearing it like, yo, this was like he might have just had Day and Night out at this time as far as singles for this project. Pursuit of Happiness might have been out. I don't know. But he started singing this shit and it had melody, but it was like introspective. He was getting real personal, but it was still like a vibe. I'm like, yo, what is this music that I'm feeling right now? So for sure, that first album from that to Cuddy Zone to Up and Away, I got Up and Away lyrics tattooed on me, bro. In
Yeah.
the
You
end,
did.
they'll judge you anyway. So whatever. I got that
Yep.
shit tatted on my arm, my nigga. Like that's a statement I live by. Cause in the end, they'll judge you anyway. So whatever. Like that shit is a fact, bro. That's some shit to live by. So for sure that album. But if I had to pick second, I gotta go with this newest one, man, Intergalactic, because this is Happy Cuddy.
Yeah.
I
I feel
love
you.
seeing this version of Cuddy. I remember
Me too, man.
two different shows, bro. The most recent one where I seen Cud for this Intergalactic, no, for the it was either Intergalactic or the Man on the. It was definitely the Man on the Moon tour because it was before Intergalactic dropped. That one and another show where I seen him out here in the H. I forget, like years back. It might have been I forget what album he was touring, but these were two moments post Cuddy using, going to rehab, us actually having worries about bro. He came out and he was super happy. He looked happy, bro. You could tell. You could tell that he was just in high spirits. He was smiling. You know how when Cuddy come out, he smile at y'all at niggas. You were like, yo, that's you connect with that. Just that's something as simple as his smile you connect with. So I would say it's probably those two albums, man. Intergalactic and Man on the Moon one for sure. For
Oh
sure, for
man.
sure. Well, what's yours? What would yours be?
Oh,
And then
I
we
think
we
I
gonna
think
we gonna switch
I
the
think I'm
topic.
with you. I think I'm with you on the Man on the Moon one. Uh,
It changes though. Man on the Moon one and two, I can interchange them. I could say that, and then I could
yeah,
say the other one as well.
yeah. It's like it's hard to leave. It's because I feel like they both are they're not the same, but they both like a collective. Like it's
It ties in. It's like a
not just
story.
because it's Man on the Moon though, but like you know what I'm saying. And I feel like Cuddy is so genius like that. The fact that it's like that, like you know what I'm saying. This man is amazing, bro. He's amazing, bro.
It was literally night and day. It's funny because the covers are both like night and day. One
Night
is
and day.
bright, orange, purple, and the other one is dark. Like he's sitting in a chair. But that was the transition, and those were like the different polarizing sides to Cuddy. It was like we went from early, happy, up tempo sounding music, still talking about intense feelings and emotions. But then the second one went to, we getting deeper, darker into these feelings.
Yeah, yeah.
And so which one you going with the first one?
Uh, yeah. I think I'm gonna go with the first kind of transition into the second, like a little bit. Like that's,
Mm-hmm.
bruh. I have a freestyle that I did. Just a little tangent, but I had a freestyle that I did a while ago when I first started.
You about to kick a freestyle for the people?
No, 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 no. But
It
I
sound
think
like that's what a nigga
this
usually say
wasn't
before he about to start spitting. Yo, I wrote this shit.
this wasn't when I first started rapping either. This was around when I felt like I was always a rapper. I felt like, but niggas was just rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that was the point when I was like really listening to Cud, and like that's when I knew uh like when I did that freestyle on a Man on the Moon beat, the instrumental, I had it on my MySpace, and niggas was fucking with it, like, but you know what niggas was fucking with? Niggas would tell me like, yo, bro, this shit sounds so different, bro. Like this shit, like, you know what
Look
I'm
how it
saying?
come
Like I
around.
felt this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Look how it come around though. That same beat, Cuddy was like, "Yo, is this your music? It just sounds so different. Like it's a bad thing." And I was like, "Why not, nigga?"
bro, nigga, exactly. So and that's why I was going with it too. Those same people, they didn't, obviously they never heard of Cuddy. They didn't hear Cuddy yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't hear that song. Like that wasn't, a lot of niggas didn't know of, you know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't, so
I think overall, cause we gotta end the topic. I think overall, in general, at that time in that culture, I mean, in that moment in history, the climate of people, a lot of motherfuckers didn't know how to deal with their feelings. They had
yeah,
them, but they didn't really know what to do with them. To the point where, like you said, you would be around certain people and you would play it, and they would listen to it and probably get not offended, but they would get uneasy and not know how to deal with it because it was probably real shit that they felt, but they never actually sat down with it. They never knew what it was to deal with them feelings. So
real
I
shit.
think just that era, Cuddy, that type of music, it forces you to sit with yourself and I mean dig deep and really, you know what I'm saying? Really
Yeah.
figure your shit out. You gotta figure your shit out. You know what I'm saying?
And I think, real quick, if I was to pick a second one, I think I'll probably pick Kid See Ghost, because I the fact that first off, it was a combination of my favorite artists.
No bap.
Like that's to till this day, that's insane to me. I don't care what nobody say, bro.
I got that shit on CD, bro, unopened right now in the plastic.
Bro, I would kill to see them perform that, like, till this
I'm
day.
mad. I'm mad I didn't go to see that tour, bro. I'm mad I didn't see that tour, bro.
I don't
But
care what nobody say, bro. Them two niggas together on an album is fucking insane.
yeah,
It's insane to me, man.
it's sad that we only got 23 minutes of it. That was a pretty short project, you know what I mean? But
It was, but the fact
still
that we got
appreciate
it,
it. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
bro.
Still
I'm the type
appreciate
of
it.
nigga, yeah, I'm that type of person, bro. Like, I don't, I'm more so, I'm grateful that I have it. Whatever
Yeah.
you gave, I took from it. It inspired me. It made me, I took away great feelings from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I connected with it.
Serve this purpose.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Serve this purpose. I mean, I'm mad I didn't get to see them on tour, but there are a couple opportunities to see some other people on tour because it's tour time, motherfuckers.
Yes,
It's
sir.
motherfucking tour time. Lil Wayne going on tour. You know what I'm saying? I think it's called the Carter Tour. You know what I'm
Nah, that's
saying?
fine. I gotta see if I could get up on that tour.
Lil Wayne just announced a 2003 tour. I think them shit sold out already. I'm looking at an article here. It says Lil
What?
Wayne tour sold out in minutes.
Nigga.
Hype for Lil Wayne's Welcome to the Carter Tour built up quickly after its Tuesday announcement, and tickets sold out even quicker. As such, many fans took to social media to share their experience trying to get tickets, but mostly to vent about the struggles. Damn, I didn't even know them shit sold out already, bro. I thought niggas could still get tickets. I thought it was still a chance. Apparently not. I mean, shit. Seems like it's a common denominator with these big acts going on tour. You can't even get tickets to them shits. Beyonce going on tour too. Shout out to the Renaissance Tour. My shorty hit me up the day them shits went out. You know, because Beyonce do everything surprise now. Surprise, bitch, I'm going on tour. Surprise, bitch, album coming out next week. Surprise, bitch, I'm having another baby. She, Beyonce just surprised niggas on whatever she doing in her career now. Surprise, motherfucker. Here's a new line of clothes. But you see, she put her tour dates out, and you can't even just cop tickets to her show, nigga. You gotta. My shorty hit me up saying she wanted to go, so you had to like sign up just to be able to purchase the ticket. You had to register for like a verified fan page through Ticketmaster, and they verified you that you were an actual person. Because I think this is all stemming from the Taylor Swift situation that happened. She is going on tour, and apparently her tickets sold out super quickly because people use bots and all that shit. And then resellers were selling them for like upwards to like 10 bands, and people were having to pay for it. So I guess Beyonce was trying to reduce the chance of that happening. So she created this process through Ticketmaster where if you don't have a verified Ticketmaster account, you couldn't even register for this link. So the link, you register, and then they send you an email, boop, confirmed. And I think sometime in February, you're going to get another, when the day comes, it's going to be like a raffle, like you trying to cop some bread 11s or some shit. They're going to raffle off your chance to purchase a ticket, which is fucking crazy, son. That's kind of wild.
Yes.
It's kind of insane. I've never seen B Live. I mean, if we able to get tickets, I will go. I mean, I'll fuck with that. That seems like and Beyonce in Houston too. And I mean, you gotta assume Hove is gonna be there. I'm assuming Hove is gonna be there just because clearly, like, that's his wife. But I did see something, and I'm trying to find it right now. I think they say Hove is supposed to be performing at the Grammys, bro.
What?
With Khaled or something. You know, they did God Did. I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me try to pull it up right now. Maybe this was some fake shit I seen. Oh no, look right here. Jay-Z, this is from Variety. Shout out to Variety. Jay-Z to perform at Grammy Awards with DJ Khaled. So, this is just another reason for me to think, yeah, Hove might be coming out with B at some of these shows. So, you know, it's tour time, man. You gonna hit up any shows, bro? I know I'm hitting up a show. I'm hitting up a show tonight, nigga. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, tonight, boy.
Shit. I mean, you know, I'm not really the biggest of crowds, so certain
Biggest fan of
I can't
crowds?
really. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I feel you, bro. I'm
I
the
gotta
same way.
be. Yeah, I gotta be.
I'm the same way. I was telling you when I went to, I think it was the Kendrick show, Kendrick or Cudi, one of them. It might have been K-Dot. I'm so much the same way. When I left the show, I had an anxiety attack, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
because it was so many people. It was like an anxiety mixed with like PTSD from some other shit. But I definitely felt that just being around that influx of people at that one moment. You know,
Yeah.
when the let out where it's
The
just
let out.
everybody just scattered. It's like, whoa, this is intense, bro.
I forget what show that was, but I didn't even want to move. I remember, but I didn't want to stand still because there was still so much people. You know what I'm
Oh, you might have
saying?
been talking about the Travis Scott when he
I
was on
think that
tour
was
with
it.
Doug.
Yeah, I think
It
that
was
was it.
Doug, Metro, and Scott. Yeah, that was one of them ones. We lost L2 in the crowd, bro. Like,
Yeah, we really did.
that's how wild it was. Oh
Yeah.
man, I don't even want. Damn, just
It's so crazy because
it was
we
waves, bro. Literally waves in the crowd that just took you. It's just like how a wave in the water, you're in the ocean, it'll just carry you out against your will. That's what was happening amongst a crowd of people, bro. So just put two and two together of where I'm getting
bro,
at with that shit.
But it's crazy though, cause you even like when you think about that Thug show, like that Travis show, like think about where we were in that crowd. Like we could have been even the Spitter show. You remember when we went to the Spitter show?
Mhm.
Think about the spots that we had even when we went.
Yeah, we used
Even
to
the
show up
Cudi show
early.
when we went to the Barclays. You know what I'm saying? We could be right there in the mix of it because we be on time, we be there.
Yeah.
But we choose to be somewhere where it's less, you know what I'm saying? Like too much going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Too
where we
crowded,
could
less
breathe.
crowded. Yeah. I think that definitely was something that happened over time with probably just with us figuring out ourselves. Cause early
Yeah,
on, I remember
definitely.
going to early shows, early Cuddy shows with my nigga Mark. Shout out to Mark. We would show up early just so we could be toward the front and shit.
Right,
But
right, right.
you quickly realize, especially me being a little nigga, you quickly realize that's not the place you really want to be, fam. Like,
Nah.
yeah, you want to be close to the action, but you quickly realize it ain't worth it. I don't want
No.
to get trampled trying to have fun, trying to have a good time. Like,
And I
nah,
don't need too much going on around me, bro. Like I just don't that shit don't do it for me, dog. Like I don't do it for me, dog.
nah,
It's the
fact.
same way with going to like a club or like even a party, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get in there, you understand, it might be lit, everybody doing their thing, but it's like it's a certain vibe. Like if that vibe ain't there, and even if that vibe is there, bro, if I can't breathe, if I'm walking, if I'm trying to skim through, if I ain't got no room to even, you know what I'm saying, do my little two step with my cup, cause
You got to
you
do
know
a
what I mean?
one step, nigga.
I gotta, you know what I mean, give a cold shoulder so I
It
could
just it
have
just makes
space to
for a
hold on
bad
to something. Like,
environment.
nah, bro.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just
bro.
makes for a terrible, and you can't really enjoy the show like that. So this is why nowadays when I go to shows, I make sure it's somewhere that is seated and I can sit my ass down and leave whenever the fuck I want. I was telling you when I went to, and it's probably gonna happen again tonight. So me and my shorty going to this Legends of the Streets tour.
Right.
I didn't even know about this shit. She put
That's
me
lit.
on. Nigga, what? Let me just name some of these names that's gonna be on this motherfucking tour. Jeezy, Rick Ross, T.I., Gucci Man,
Good.
Jadakiss, Cameron, nigga,
Sorry, that's hard.
Killer Cam,
Like that
Trina.
you said Jeezy and Gucci on the same ticket. That's hard.
Yeah, I was about to say that's hard, bro. Hell yeah. But these are
And
the
T.I.
shows that I like to I like to go now because I can sit my ass down. And I could
That's
leave whenever I want to. I remember we went to the Millennium Tour. We left before that bitch ended just because we was like, you had enough fun? Yeah, we could go now. Get out before the fucking let out, you know what I'm saying? For the traffic. That shit was cool. So
I
I'm
love
excited for that.
you know what I love about the art? I love that we still find some way to appreciate, like, you ever heard that saying that niggas be saying, oh, like rap is for like young niggas or like young people
Yeah,
or
they
like
say rap is for the
an
is
end game
a
or
young man's game.
that's a fucking lie, man.
That's how they positioned it like that early on.
Yeah, they
But now
really did.
we're seeing our greats and legends mature. Cause you got to think back in the day, it wasn't no future in hip hop, bro. Honestly, keeping it a buck,
It really wasn't. Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm going with it. Like,
it was no money in
bruh,
that shit, nothing.
like the
Now we,
casual wouldn't really notice this type of shit because, maybe they don't really, probably
yeah,
don't
we
really
not.
have interest in it or,
I think from now on, I don't even think we got to preface shit like that no more. Cause our listeners, they know at this point we talk from beyond the casual the casual consumer standpoint. We got a different
yeah,
point of view.
facts. This ain't no rap radar shit though. Like this is we got a
Brian,
different yeah, we got a different perspective.
they said this ain't that Brian B. Dot Miller shit, boy.
Yeah, shout out to them though. They do their
Shout out to
thing.
them niggas. Shout out to Elliot and his laugh. I came around on that shit. I used to hate that shit, but now I'm like, yo, that's Elliot, bro. Shout out to YN. You know what I'm saying? Yellow nigga. That's wild. That's a wild nickname. They call this nigga YN because he used to call himself that yellow nigga.
Yeah. But what I was gonna
That's
say
funny.
was artists from the golden era, from our golden era, they didn't they didn't depreciate. You know what I'm saying? It was really golden.
Yeah, nigga. They just
So they gonna continue like we find bro, the value has gone up for a lot of these guys.
with
It
age.
didn't decrease with age.
That's the beautiful thing about hip hop now. They're able, and
That's the beautiful
this
thing.
is
That's about life.
yeah. Nah, word.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of like what you said, bro, there was no future like for that type of stuff. Like, you
Stay
know what
on
I'm
that
saying?
though.
So it's like,
Stay on that about life, because I think a lot of people, specifically with this social media era, they live for the now. They don't even pay attention or care about living for the next 5 years. They
bro,
may
listen.
know it's a possibility, but they don't even understand the things that they do now can affect that.
Yeah, a lot of us fell victim to that at one point, bro. Like
Yeah, I was a
that's
victim for sure.
yeah, that's very common, bro. Like that's, you know, that's one of the things you go through on your journey. You know what I'm saying? Like that's regular shit. It's all about what you take from all that, man. Like what
The
you know what I
lesson you
mean?
learn.
Right, right.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Shout out to everybody out there that's winning. Shout out to everybody out there that's sinning. Shout out to everybody out there that is. I didn't have a third. You know what I mean? I got
Yeah, I
there.
think yeah.
I was flowing. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
when
actually,
you freestyling and shit, it don't
I
really
was
come to you that fast.
yeah, I was rolling. I thought you had the, you know, the last tire, but
Yeah, I
you
had
know,
bars. I had bars. I just couldn't finish the line. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a punch line.
yeah, that car ain't moving nowhere, man. It's only
Yeah,
three
nah.
tires on there.
But yo, let's get into some shows and shit, bro. I heard you were talking about you watched that movie, You People. That
Hey, you
that
people.
Netflix movie.
Hey,
What you
um,
got to say about it? I didn't check it out yet, so I don't have much to say. I do have some opinions that I've seen via the internet, so let's get to it, my boy. What do you think?
well, shout out to everybody that was involved in that. Like,
Shout out to my guy Andrew Schultz.
yeah, but I think that was one of those movies that was just kind of just thrown together, like, you know, like those movies that have all the names,
Yeah,
like
the budget.
the concept, the concept. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad concept at all. I wouldn't say that. It
It was
just
a very
takes the
typical
effort.
concept.
Well, a lot of movies are typical, bro. Like there's
Yeah,
only but
true.
so many things in life. Like, bro, we done, you know, kind of seen it all, bro. We done,
And
you know,
seen it
if you
all,
didn't
been through
seen
it
it
all,
all,
man.
yeah, right.
Word to
You
mother,
already
for
know.
real, for real.
Real
Doo-doo-doo.
facts.
But shout out to Eddie Murphy, Jonah Hill stars in this, Julia Louis Dreyfus. What
Hey,
you
the
think about
homies.
Julia Louis Dreyfus? You think she a little hottie for whatever that is?
Uh,
62-year-old white woman, you know?
yeah,
Elaine from Seinfeld. I used to think Elaine was kind of hot, bro. I'm not gonna front.
yeah. I
I don't know
mean,
why. Even and then when I seen her in Veep, you ever watch Veep?
no, I didn't.
That's the HBO show that she's in. She plays the vice president. I believe she becomes president at one point as well. But you know that is that type of humor. Just like you said, we see all of these. We see everything already. They had that House of Cards show before Kevin Spacey did that nasty shit. But it's that. It basically is humor if it was political humor. They in the White House. They in Capitol Hill. They in Washington and shit. It's that. It's that type of show. But getting
Mm.
back to You People, what did you think about how people were saying Jonah Hill and Lauren London? Because of course they play the couple in the movie. The movie is centered around them. Jonah Hill is like a podcaster or some shit, which I thought was cool. I think this was the first time in a mainstream movie like this where we see podcasting being referenced
The
with
shit felt
such you know what I'm saying?
the shit felt cheesy, bro. Like the shit felt like Coming to America, the second one.
Damn, and what's the common denominator there? Eddie Murphy in both? Eddie Murphy is trash? Nah, let me chill.
Nah, I love Eddie Murphy.
I love
I
Eddie too.
really love Eddie Murphy. Like that nigga is,
That nigga was like the first ever
bro.
like superstar, bro. Not
Come on,
ever,
bro.
but
Like
come on now.
we ain't gotta
This
say,
nigga made music.
bro is extreme legend, bro. Like, come on.
Funny, funny.
But and even in this movie, he's still funny to me. Like
I
he's
heard he
still
plays
funny
like
to
a
me.
Muslim dude, huh? He's Muslim, right?
His character is very, bro. The whole shit is just cheesy, man. Like he's a what? First off, I didn't even know he was Muslim at first. Like I guess it got to a part where
Nigga
he
just
had a
put a
kufi
kufi on.
on.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
yo, they
come
met.
on,
The
bro.
families met.
No.
Bro, first off, it was
I'm talking
so
about pause, bro. I was just throwing out the most random, low hanging fruit thing they could have done, and that is what they really did. He just had a kufi on out of nowhere.
bruh.
I gotta watch this movie, man.
Nah, you don't. They met each other. Jonah and Lauren met each other, and then it was like a one of those things where it was like, 6 months later, then it's like, oh, you know,
Oh, they actually falling for each other type shit.
yeah, now they already about to the parents. Not he's basically about to propose.
Oh, okay.
Like already, not saying that that don't
So
happen,
how did
but
they meet? Let's speak on like how did they actually meet in the movie?
oh, I had to
Was it just
remember
like
real quick.
one of those
Oh,
like
so oh yeah, peep this. So I guess Lauren was trying to figure out where to go, some directions or some shit like that, or she got lost or whatever. So I guess she pulled over. This Jonah was coming out of, I forget where. I guess maybe I think he was podcasting in a building, something like that. I'm not. I can't really remember exactly what, but he was coming down, and I guess he called the Uber. So he just jumped in the car. He jumped in the back seat, and it was her car,
oh
and she
yeah, I
started
did see that
screaming.
in the trailer. That's see that even that right there is corny.
Right. It was
It was just like
corny
it was a
because it
chance
actually led to
encounter.
a date.
It was corny because that will never happen, bro.
Oh, and it led to a date.
In today's society, in today's
And I think
climate,
they actually drove somewhere. Actually, he
they
stayed in the
did.
car.
I seen the
Yeah.
trailer, bro. It was he was coming from the airport. She was driving Uber. He
Right.
jumps in the back seat and he's like, "Whoa, you look exactly like my driver. Huh, you look like the driver." And she's like, "Oh, I do look like the driver."
No. But I don't think she was driving Uber. I think she was just. I don't. I think she was just going somewhere. He had called the Uber.
No, that's what I mean. Like he called the
Okay.
Uber and he got in her car and she wasn't the Uber, but she looked
Uh,
like the driver that the Uber was supposed to
oh yeah,
the driver
right,
that was
right.
supposed to be pulling up.
That
That's
part right there
corny.
bothered me off rip.
That's corny,
He was like,
bro.
no, seriously, like she looks just like you.
And then
She
she's like,
started
"Oh
paying.
yeah,
I'm
she
like,
kind of looks like me."
yo, what the fuck type of
So
corny shit is this shit?
another big thing that people were online were talking about were Lauren London and Jonah Hill don't seem to make the most believable couple.
Man, come on, man.
I got an article right here. It says, according to the star of Netflix You People, the duo's on-screen pairing is all about a soul connection. However, it doesn't come across on screen. Lauren London was not exactly prepared to say yes to a role in the film. She was initially approached by Kenya Barris, the writer and prolific showrunner, blah blah blah, that she worked with on these other things, blah 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 blah. Barris had written the screenplay with Jonah Hill, and they had London in mind for the lead of Amira, a costume designer from Los Angeles who falls in love with the aspiring podcaster who just so happens to be Jewish. I don't even like that line because you could tell what the movie is about now just from that one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Just so happens to be Jewish, though both characters have deep-seated roots in Los Angeles. They're clearly from different worlds and all right, this is not getting anywhere. I thought this was gonna explain the fucking title of the fucking movie. I mean, the title of the article. She don't make a believable couple, and they start telling me about these niggas' accolades and shit.
So listen, man. Me personally, going into the movie, I already knew that wasn't gonna be it, and that's why I off rip once I, started to see where it was going. I'm like, dog, they're
I'm not
not
rocking with
going
this.
to be. Yeah, but I was like, yo, dog, they're not. How they even gonna pull this off? She's not gonna kiss this man. Like, she's not
So
gonna like touch this man like that. Like, it's not. She's not gonna do that.
you were saying they were in the bed with clothes and shit. They're
Bro, they
supposed to
were
be a
in
loving
bed with
couple
like a whole fit. Like she had like a whole like
with
it
the
was like they
shoes.
was outside. Bro, if you would have seen it, you'd have been like, I'm pretty sure they got a whole fit on. Like
So I was actually
it's
talking about this shit on my like a stream that I had this week. You know what I'm saying? Well, two things. One, I actually heard they only kissed one time in the movie, and
Mhm.
this goes into what I was about to say. So one thing, Andrew Schultz, comedian on in the movie, he kind of revealed on a podcast that the kiss wasn't even real. The kiss was CGI. He said during the filming of it, of course, he thought to himself, "Yo, this is the most unbelievable couple." This is him being in the film as like a, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the role that he has, but I know he's like the friend of Ezra who Jonah Hill plays. So they like go on a bachelor party or whatever and shit. But he was saying the kiss, they were while he was watching the scene as it was going on live, and their faces get real close together. You know what I mean? They get real close, but they don't actually kiss. And then in post production, they CGI'd it to make it warp to look like they actually kiss. So that was one thing I was like, clearly you could see she didn't even want to do the role. And I just read this article right here saying that that was true. I guessed that, but apparently it was true. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then in the stream I had, because I was talking, I don't even know how it came up, but I was just like, yo, man, I don't even know how I feel. One, seeing them as a couple doesn't look right just because it just looks so unbelievable. But two, I don't even know how I feel about seeing Lauren London with anybody that's not Nipsey anymore, bro. Being the way that he went out and shit. And of course, we know people are in relationships, their significant other might pass away. They deserve to find new love.
Yeah.
But for me, it doesn't look right. And this is just a movie. So I'm like, yo, I feel bad for the person in real life that Lauren London might be, you know what I mean, getting friendly and cozy with. If they becomes public, that motherfucker, woman or man, they gonna take a lot of heat, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas is not gonna like that shit. I didn't like it in a movie.
Yeah, but I wasn't really tripping. Like that's not. I don't that stuff. I'm not gonna. I don't really think about that type of stuff. Like when I'm watching films and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm with you on that, but because she even kind of resembles Nip a little bit to me now. Like she kind of like
Damn. See, I gotta
has that.
watch to check it out. But
Yeah, like she kind of has that. I don't know. It's like that. I don't know, like that kind of
the
swag.
aura,
Like a little, yeah, the aura, I guess. Yeah, the
yeah.
energy.
Because I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. Once you dealing with a chick, she pick up on you. Y'all swags
yeah,
connect
yeah,
and shit. So yeah, that's common.
yeah, right. But yeah, man, like like I said, I instantly started watching it. I'm like, so they're gonna date? Yeah, I don't. It gave Nickelodeon-ish, PG-13-ish. Like, to be honest, they should have just rated it G or PG-13. I understand why it can't be rated G because Eddie Murphy is like cursing his ass off. Uh,
Yeah.
but man, like, damn, what scene was that? Shit, dude, it was a scene where, um, I guess she met the mom. She came over to the parent. So she met Jonah's mom and dad for the first time. Came over to the house. Lauren, I'm talking about. She sat on the couch, whatever. His dad is the son from Californication. You ever seen that show?
No, but it's funny you mention that because I did hear somebody talking about it recently. Why do people consistently call me every fucking Saturday? They know I'm potting, but they do it anyway. Oh, you talking about David Duchovny?
Right. Yeah, yeah. I fuck with some, but
What's the Mac Miller line? Talking about suplexing David Duchovny or some shit. R.I.P. to Mac, bro.
yeah. Oh man.
That's
Okay.
another episode we're gonna have. The
Yeah,
Mac
for
Miller
sure.
documentary, bro. Whenever that comes out, boy, my eyes will be in a fucking underwater, bro. That's a fact.
I pray I could find we could find a way to be a part of that shit, hopefully in
Yeah.
some type of way, you know.
Whoever's producing that, listen out. This is cracking the 80s. We want to be a part of it. Honestly, I can't even say Mac name. We on a tangent. I can't even say his name without feeling the little ways nowadays.
Right.
But overall, you people, should they go check it out? Are we
Ye-
recommending this shit?
Bro, listen, man. Kenya Barris, you giving me very
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
you giving me box work, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I don't know if you trying to appeal to the Kamalas of the world. The
You saying he's giving real Mindy Kaling vibes?
yeah, man. I don't
Uh-oh.
know what you trying to, I don't know what it is, That's not I don't know what comedy that is,
For now, I want to
Nobody
shoot.
seemed comfortable either. Like nobody seemed like they was in their element. Like you got Eddie Murphy in this movie. He has a very I would say good role. Like it's a pretty, you see him for the, a good amount of the film. So it's like you got Eddie in this movie. Who gave him the lines? Did you let him do his lines? Like what, I know Eddie Murphy is funnier than, or at least, like the things he said, or
Funnier
like,
than he presents. You know the fucked up thing?
yeah,
The
like
fucked up thing
Jonah
about this?
too.
The fucked up thing about this for both of them. They're both legends. Eddie Murphy, like feet, shoulder, and Big Show level above Jonah Hill, but they're both legends in their own aspect. But for
Yeah.
somebody that's younger, that's just watching this movie, they're gonna take and make an opinion based off of Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hill from this, and
Uh-huh.
that's the part that sucks.
Right.
Because they're, and like I said, I haven't watched the movie. I'm gonna probably watch it tonight with my shorty.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know, dog.
you know what I'm saying? Because they haven't seen them. If this is their, but I mean that's just happens with time, though. And I mean as things age, it ain't really full. It would be great that younger people could admire the same people that we did when we were coming up, but that's not the case. But moving on, though, man. Y'all go check that shit out if you want to. I don't know if we. Oh, so are we recommending it, bro? Are we recommending it for the people?
Um, hey man, I'm not listen, this is not a recommendation from drugs. If you want to watch the shit, go watch the fucking shit. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not telling you to watch that shit.
God damn, that's a motherfucking uh.
Yo, if you're a fan of Blackish and what's
Uh-oh.
the other one? Whitish. And what's the other one? Mixed-ish. If you a fan of that shit, like if you watched all seasons and you was laughing and rolling and you related, yo, hey, this is it for you. This the one for you.
It's your
The one for
shit right here.
Yo, they dropped this shit like right after Kyrie and the whole
Hold on
like.
now. Hold on now. Hold on now. Let's hold
So
on
I
now.
wanna nah, it's just like random questions I'll be having in my head, bro. So it's like,
This is Hollywood, bro. You know all this shit is calculated, my nigga. Like
yeah, so it was calculated that, so that's why it might seem like it's thrown together, bro. Like, what is, even if you throwing something together, right?
before you even say
Yo,
that, I follow my nigga Schultz a lot. Schultz talked about being and shooting this movie not too long ago, bro. So the fact that it came out already to me is troubling. Like you could tell that it might have, like you said, there's been some shit that was thrown together.
right? Like it
But
was an idea, because like you said, the concept is pretty cliche. Like it's not a hard, you
seems
know.
like it was an idea because Kenya Barris is Kenya Barris and Jonah Hill is Jonah Hill. It got greenlit very fast. They
Yeah,
mentioned Eddie Murphy.
they gave that boy $100 million for this or something. Like they gave them boys good money to get all these guys in this film. So it's like it's getting you to go see it. It's getting you to
Exactly.
wonder what it's about or how fun. It gotta be hard. It gotta be interesting. It gotta be this and that. All these people are in it. Like it's so crazy because you watch this. You like you start seeing all these people. You're like, God damn. Like who wrote this movie.
Let
Like,
me read this right here to end, and this is basically the best way to sum up what this movie was. It says Lauren London was not actually prepared to say yes to a role in the film. That basically shows me that, like we said, they had the idea. Kenya Barris and Jonah Hill are such big figures in Hollywood. It got greenlit just because of them. And then they were just putting the movie together afterward. Oh, we got to figure out who we gonna get for this Amira character. Oh, we thinking Lauren London, but she doesn't really want to do it. Oh, let's convince her to do it. It just seems like it was put together on the fly. Let's get these big names, and that's the thing. When you get these big names in a movie, they have a budget that is set for just casting. So they're like, yo, let's get all of these names. That's gonna be the budget, and let's put whatever we have left into the writing, into the production, into all of this other shit. We're not recommending this movie though. I'm gonna check it out, but this is not a drugs recommendation. So,
man, hell no.
moving on, man. Moving on. Bad Boys 4 has been announced. I don't know how I feel about that. We're not gonna do a real big deep dive, but what do you think, my brother? Bad Boys 4. I didn't see the 3. Did you see Bad Boys 3?
I did.
What did
Bad
you
Boys
think?
4 and Rush Hour 4, actually.
Yeah, Rush Hour 4 is also in the work. Shout out to Jackie Chan and Chris
I'm
Tucker.
excited, man. I'm excited, bro. You know why I'm excited? I'm always excited, you know, until the product is here, you know.
Yeah,
I don't judge before it gets here. Like, I'm not
I
like
feel that.
you know, I love, you know, to speak on the anticipation and, you know, throw theories out and have opinions, you know, just for the you know, the hype of it. But that's only because I'm excited to see what, you know, what it will be. Will and Martin, bro, like, bro, I watch Fresh Prince and I still watch it. Like, I still, from day to day, like, I might wake up, you know, and throw on Martin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might not
Yeah.
even be sitting here watching it. Like, I might be doing something
In the
else.
background,
Like,
for sure. That's like when I'm at my shorty crib. That's kind of what we use for background noise.
yeah,
Like
yeah. So,
you could just tune in, look, glance over, catch a funny moment. I'm sorry, I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go back to Arizona.
you know what's crazy? I watch. This is I'm on a tangent.
It's all
Because
good. Just just let me know if you excited for the movie, and you can get your tangent off, my boy.
uh, I watched the Martin reunion like recently. Uh,
Uh-oh.
I know it was. I know Ben was out. It's not that it's not new, but there was a lot of things that I didn't know Martin, you know, man, dude is such a genius, bro. He's so
Yeah.
inspirational,
Yeah,
bro.
he
Like,
is.
he's so inspirational. How he put the show together, you know, how he even got these people involved, bro. It's insane.
That's the best
Like,
part for me.
what?
Yep. That's the best part for me with creating my own shit, but also taking inspiration from shit like that. Cause a lot of dope shit is also is created just on a whim. Like you have
Yeah.
an idea and you go and you just keep trying to make it work. And that's where like the best shit is kind of made. Like a lot of my like dopest projects that I worked on was shit that wasn't even supposed to be what it ended up being. Like when we started out, it was supposed to be something completely different, but it turned into something really, really, you know what I mean, successful. So
All right.
I could imagine like with them actors on there and just you know what I'm
Man,
saying, who
I
Martin
ain't even
was.
dude, I ain't even about to get into all of it because it's so much shit, but dude is a genius, bruh. He's a genius, man. Like, in every way possible. And we already know Will Smith, like, you know, his accolades, the things he's pulled off, and bro, both legends, bro. So I'm
Yeah,
always looking forward to
I seen him
seeing
get
what they
jiggy
got
with it a
cooking up.
couple times.
Yeah, yeah, pause. So, you know, yeah, bro, like, we grew up on come on, man. Like, I'm not going shit on them and
Bad
then
Boys
meaning.
4,
I
Bad
just
Boys
hope
4. I'm
that it's
excited that it's
more
coming out.
effort. Yeah, I hope it's more effort put into this one. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hope they go
compared
Ain't
to the
they?
last one.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I gotta check. So I'm gonna check out the first. Actually, I'm gonna check out the last one that came out this weekend, and because I haven't seen it. But
Yeah, get some
overall,
good writers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bad Boys 4. I'm excited that it's a thing. I'm not excited about it, but I may amp myself up with anticipation to check it out. So
Man, I'm pretty sure you'll watch it. I don't really think
if I
you're
can
gonna be
get
sick
to
of
it,
that
I'm
movie.
probably gonna watch it for sure.
Rush Hour 4, everybody's gonna watch that.
Nah, that's a
Regardless
fact.
if somebody comes out and says this is me personally, I want to see how how they gonna pull off these jokes because of the time that we in. I want to see how they're gonna do this because me personally, I think they should stay to what they true up to. Let Jackie Chan get off all his little racist little jokes.
Yeah,
Let Chris get off all the little fun. You know what I'm saying? Nigga,
the
it's at the
banter.
end of the day.
That's what we look for when we watch Rush Hour. The
Yeah,
banter.
man. At the
Same
end of the
thing with Bad
day,
Boys.
it
The
wasn't
banter, bro.
niggas did not take nothing personal from from that shit, bro. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, bro, but listen, man. I loved those movies. And yeah, man, like we gonna see what they cook up.
We ain't see Jackie Chan on screen in a long time, so I'm
Oh
excited for
man,
that alone.
come on, bro,
Jackie,
come on, man.
Jackie. You wanna talk quickly about Your Honor, episode 3, my brother?
Uh, eh, I
You wanna
I feel
save
like we
that?
should say, yeah, I feel like we should save that.
We could just
'Cause
talk. We
that's a
could do a
little,
stream. We could do a stream about that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We ain't
yeah,
gotta
we
talk about it on
could,
the pod. That's the beautiful thing
could.
about us streaming now. Together High on Twitch.
We could talk about that. Oh, you already did BMF?
Now we could do. Oh, you mean on stream?
Yeah.
I did. I actually watched it live on stream, so I kind
Okay.
of did like a play by play as it was going. But we could talk about it. Shit, I streaming, boy. I talk about whatever. But I think. Do you want to talk about a little bit about that Last of Us episode?
Uh, nah, we gonna wait for Mars. We gonna wait for Mars on that one too.
That
Unless you want,
response.
unless you
That
wanna.
response is perfect to how I felt about the episode. That's
Yeah.
it. That sums up the entire episode.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but
Great
I think, yeah,
episode.
because
Great
I think
episode.
Mars has more
He has
to get
insight.
off. Yeah, yeah,
All
he
right, so
could.
let's save that. Let's save that. We'll package that for the next pod, or we could do a stream Together High on Twitch.
Yeah, because I didn't know, that episode was so important. Like, you know what I'm saying? It actually,
Yeah,
so
for who the character is, I
right.
found out for two reasons. Because Nick Offerman plays the character, they not just gonna give him no bullshit role.
Yeah, that's
That's one I
crazy. That's
realized.
crazy. Yeah, yeah.
And two, yo, you see, just from this one, think about this, bro. Nick Offerman, and this is what we're gonna talk about for this topic. Nick Offerman is an amazing actor, Parks and Recreation, Ron Swanson. He's the guy.
Mhm.
Before this episode even came out, like 3-4 days before it dropped, they were interviewing this nigga about this one episode. That was one indicator of me realizing, all right, this has to be an important character, or at least him being Nick Offerman is important to this film, to this fucking series. And then after it came out, all the accolades and people praising it for whatever the fuck. He was getting interviewed, bro. Like he had interviews with people off of one episode of a show that is 3 episodes in. When I seen that, I was like, all right, this character has to be important, bro. Like, they're not gonna be interviewing this nigga. They're not gonna be talking to him, writing think pieces, articles, praising him if it's just a one-off thing. Like he was just in this one episode. So I figured he had to be really integral to the story of Last of Us. Mars did say he is. And I forget what he said verbatim. He was like, yo, they kind of got it right, but not really. That was what he said based off of that last episode. So
Right.
we're going to talk about it when the brother gets back, but I'm still fucking with the show. The show was amazing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I love that show, dog. I love that show.
Yeah,
I
that shit
honestly
is
think it might be the best show on TV, man.
right now, probably between that and Your Honor.
I'm rolling. Yeah. Yeah, Yana is smoking shit, man.
See, Last of Us
Sheesh.
doesn't have a Fia Baxter in it, so that's why Your Honor gets the upper hand
Ah,
for me.
right.
Hey,
But I feel like there's one that's gonna pop up. I feel like at some
of
point,
course, we're gonna get one.
yeah,
We're
like
gonna
I
get
feel like
one.
you need one.
In a
Like you
post a
kind of
lot in
need
a
one.
post-apocalyptic world, you need some eye
Whew,
candy, bro.
whew.
You
Like
need it.
where all the ass went, dog? All the ass left with the
All right, the
you
ass.
got
Everybody with
damn.
ass just died
You
out.
better you better at least show me some shit that got, that turned into some shit. She better have a fat ass or something. Like, show me
A,
some, you know
a,
what I'm
a
saying?
clicker with the cheeks.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The mushroom face with the ass, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Um, Kyrie Irving asked for a trade, bro. React. Kyrie Irving asked for trade from the Nets ahead of February 9th trade deadline.
You want me to tell you what my reaction was? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna describe to you exactly what my reaction was. Believe it
And
or not,
he
when I
prefers to land with the Lakers,
of
apparently.
course he does. What? Of course he does. But what I seen that when I seen it on my phone, I had no, I felt nothing when I seen it
And you got to think
because
they're currently fourth place in the Eastern Conference at 31 and I think 21 or something like that. So they're pretty they're doing pretty well this year.
right, partly because of Kyrie's for some of that. He's
Majority
been
due to
doing good.
Kyrie, bro. Like
Yeah,
KD missed a lot of games, bro. Like
not
Kyrie
uh,
been hooping, my nigga. We
yeah,
we praised him on a couple episodes.
yeah. Nah, yeah. I
But how do
I
you
was
feel
saying
as a Brooklyn Nets fan, as a long time, lifelong Nets fan, New
I think
Jersey to Brooklyn? How
I
does it
think it
feel?
makes sense. I think it makes sense because nobody knows what be happening in them offices. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a
I'm pretty
fact.
sure there was some shit that was said before the season started. You know what I mean? Kyrie, obviously, it's the last year. Like, bro, if there's any type of extension or anything happening, the talks are happening the season prior to the last season. If you know what I'm saying, you a star, whatever it is, like, bro, there's some talks already. So I'm pretty sure Kyrie probably wanted some sort of max before this season even kicked off. He probably been was like, you know what I'm saying? But if you Sean Marks or if Joey or one of them, whoever, you kind of you skeptical. You know what I'm saying? If you any fan of basketball, you understand, like, you know what I'm saying? From a business standpoint, you're skeptical. So you want me to pay you $200 million for you to ball when you feel like it? I don't. That's like I don't really understand.
Yeah.
So, like I said, so when I seen it, it makes sense. That's what I instantly thought. I'm like, well, it makes sense. I don't
You weren't
think
surprised,
I'm pretty
basically.
sure. Yeah, I don't think the Nets had any plans on just giving this nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? If anything, it was gonna be a year deal. I don't think they had no plans on throwing this man a bit. Bro, there's much more thing. Don't give me, like I said, we all know he been cooking.
And he is a free agent
He's
at the
been
end
there
of
for
this
how long
year.
now?
3 years?
How it's only been 3?
Uh,
Oh,
3 or 4.
bro, he done ran off James Harden. Yo, bro, Harden probably the smartest man in that whole situation.
That whole debacle.
Yeah, bro. I
Harden
think
said, "I'm getting the
KD,
fuck out of here."
I think KD seen what happened and he reacted too late. You know what I'm saying? That's when he tried to throw trade me, into that because it didn't make sense, bro. I'm pretty sure KD knew, like, bro, it, what do you expect to be traded to? And like, how do you expect us to get you off? Like, it's almost impossible. Like, you come on. So Like I said, like I think KD peeped what was going on. He tried to get up out, and then he realized, man, fuck it, bro. Like I'm a baller. I'm gonna just ball this thing out. I signed a deal. Until whatever happens, happens. I
Yeah.
don't think I said Kanye. I don't think Kevin Durant is even gonna resign to the Nets. At this point, it's looking
Yeah.
like the
It's
Nets is
over, bro.
killing themselves.
It's
Like
over.
because now look, now let's put shit in the air, right? Okay, he wants to go to LA, right?
Allegedly.
Realistically, how can this happen? They're not giving us Anthony Davis. So
Westbrook.
who else would we have to take? Exactly. Who's our star of the team right now? That's about to be coming back in like a week or so. Kevin Durant, the nigga that left OKC because of well, we already know how that went. So you basically telling me you about to shit on you might as well tell me that you about to trade KD too.
It just seems like the Nets never became what the expectations was of them.
Right. So now
They never
look.
had a chance to.
So now look. If you now you know I was just thinking, hypotheticals. I'm that type of person. I like throwing shit in the air. So now, you take Westbrook, maybe a couple of picks, right? He's on an expiring contract. They both are. Uh, like I said, Kyrie wants 200 mil. I'm not sure how the Lakers plan to give him 200 mil once he gets there. That don't even make sense. Like, where y'all pulling money from? Y'all selling packs?
They asking LeBron for that shit. Yo, LeBron, help us out, my nigga. Like,
Yeah, like what? We
please.
how you fulfilling this man's, you know what I'm saying?
How
Unless you
you
just
fulfilling this
expect to win a
request?
chip. You just expecting to win a chip after this year and then maybe figure it out, which I don't see how that's happening. Y'all just got Hachimura. Like y'all got a lot going on. So yeah.
How do you
And
feel about
then
that Hachimura trade?
I like Hachimura. Like
I
I
fuck with
I
bro
think he
too.
pairs well with Westbrook. But then I realized that they trying to ship off Westbrook and they probably don't even plan to keep Westbrook after this year. So it's like, but
Westbrook.
Hachimura is young.
Pause before we go. Everything ultimately, it sounds like you said with Kyrie early in the season with the contract talk. We don't know what goes behind the scene, what goes on behind the scenes. Westbrook has been playing and acting in the media as if he knows he's not going to be on that team next year. From that one clip that
Right.
came out with the team in the locker room where they like, yo, we just gotta play hard. The coach
Right.
talking, LeBron is like, yeah, we gotta play hard, and Russ was like, yeah, we just gotta have fun. We just gotta have fun. And this how he's been his demeanor and shit. This looks like he's just playing out there. He's playing basketball to have fun, bro. He's not really worried about headlines, playoffs,
But
championships, expectations. He just like, yo, I'm balling, bro.
but let me ask you though. If you was to look at the Nets right around this time of the year, right? You
And
would
we gonna
say
move on after this.
you would say that they have some sort of plans to actually get to the chip, right? Or at least try to win the chip, right?
It appears to be so.
So trading off Kyrie, right? Trade off Kyrie. You already need a big. You need more of a physical presence in the paint. So you're trying to get that before the deadline, right? So now you got to ship off Kyrie. You don't want Westbrook, right? That doesn't even make sense.
At all.
Then if you shipping off Kyrie, you might as well ship off a package of all of these niggas. I'm talking about
They're gonna send a Kyle
Joe
Kuzma back
Harris.
again.
Yeah, Seth Curry. I'm talking who else? Give me somebody else. Royce O'Neal.
Nick
You know what I'm
Claxton.
saying? Nah, you could keep Clax. Clax, he been working. Clax been working. But you need help. You need somebody that's going to help Clax. Or
Yeah.
maybe even stand in front of Clax. Because Clax can't do it for you, dog. And the way it's looking like it's going to end up being Ben Simmons, the star of the team.
I don't know how far they can get with that, man. But
Yeah.
overall, the Nets, y'all got some work to do, man. I got some work to do. The NBA All-Star Game, I thought this was pretty cool. So, All-Star Game is in a couple of weeks, actually. Now that I'm thinking about that, it might be in 2 weeks. We could actually probably live stream that too. To get her high on Twitch. NBA All-Star, this is the first time they're going to draft the players prior to tip-off, like on some playground style type shit. So we're going to see live who gets picked last. And boy, I am waiting to see that shit, boy. Imagine you an all-star and you get picked last, nigga. How does that feel to your ego? Does it affect you? At all? Like, yo, we are amongst the creme de la creme of the best players in the world. And you get picked last.
Yeah.
Gotta fuck with you at least a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got LeBron as one captain. I think Giannis is the next captain.
Mm-hmm.
And them niggas pick you last, bro. It's like, yo, these are the niggas that the league are looking to continue the success. And these motherfuckers don't want to play with me? If they reluctantly pick me, I would feel away is all I'm saying. That's how I would feel away. Tom Brady retired officially, man. For the final time, I assume.
Finally?
My man retired. He is he put that retirement video out first thing in the morning this week. Forget what day it was.
He didn't have I wouldn't say he had a good season.
He lost to the Cowboys, bro.
Yeah, I would.
My bum ass Dallas Cowboys beat that nigga. That's you got to go out on that. And now the fucked up thing about it, and I'm a Cowboy fan, but I'm not gonna say this. But I know Cowboys fans are gonna sit with this. Oh, yo, we retired Tom Brady. We put him out of. We retired that nigga.
Yeah, that's because y'all dumb like that.
Yo, don't put me in that. Don't put y'all. I'm not y'all.
No.
Y'all. Them.
I ain't say you was. I'm saying
them.
I'm saying y'all, like y'all, like, you know what I'm
saying. I ain't part of that, man. But anyway, Brady. Fuck the Cowboys, man. Brady, he did a Twitter video basically announcing his retirement, and somebody went to that exact location, put some sand in a mason jar, and it is nearly at $100,000 on eBay for bid. They're selling it as jar of Tom Brady retirement beach sand.
Pause. What the what?
What's the pause on that?
Wait.
Bid, a jar of Tom Brady's retirement beach sand. The sand that he was standing on for the video.
Bro.
Pause?
Don't try to auction off no jar of no man's beach sand to me, fam. What are we doing here, son?
Don't try to auction it off. What about the nigga that's buying? I mean, yo, people are buying wild things out here. You see Lotto selling her panties, bro. That shit is like $100K on eBay as well.
I'm not saying that's not weird, but that's a woman, and that's her. That's
a bad woman.
It's a coochie in those panties. You know what I'm saying? It was a coochie in there. Don't auction me off.
There was once a coochie there.
Bro, don't try to make it. Niggas try to make it seem prolific, like it's some type of trophy. Hey, bro, listen, man. I don't want no man's beach sand, bro. What I'm doing with that, bro?
You don't want yo. You could put this on your mantle in your crib, bro. You could tell your children about this. I got Tom Brady's. This is the sand that was on his toes, bro.
Bro, don't tell me that, bro.
Nah, we not fucking with that.
Come on, now.
All right, the Super Bowl. I guess the Eagles made it. The Chiefs are in the Super Bowl.
Yo, hello? The Eagles Bowl, nigga. The Eagle Bowl. That's what it's called.
Get your shit off, man. 90 seconds of the Eagles. Here we go. Go ahead.
Hey, man. I just want to send a shout out. I want to send a shout out to Philly. You know what I'm saying? I want to send a shout out to the whole, you know what I'm saying, state property. Shout out to Beanie Siegel. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Brunson.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Dame. You know what I mean? Shout out to, making this all possible. You know what I mean? The Young Guns, they still out here. Shout out to Kevin Hart. You know what I mean? Man, scratch that nigga. Jalen Hurts is that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts is that nigga. You know what I mean? And we gonna do it big, man.
On the Eagles.
We gonna do it big, man. Yo, shout out to Mahomes.
On the Eagles.
Yo, listen. Andy Reid versus, you know what I'm saying, the boys, man.
Now, okay. Andy Reid, I want to give some motherfucking props. So let me change the camera. I'm gonna look right into the camera. Andy Reid, you that nigga, bro. He coached both of these teams and got both of them rings. No.
Bro,
He didn't get one for Philly. My bad. But he took them to the Super Bowl.
of course.
Donovan McNabb fucked that shit up, but Andy
Hey,
Reid is that guy.
yeah, man. Legend, bro. Legend, bro.
Donovan McNabb was too worried about selling Campbell's soup and shit
You know,
instead of
as
fucking
much
winning the ring.
it's
Fat
crazy
ass
because
nigga.
it's as much as I want to see Andy win, bro, I feel like this is just great for me because, like I said, bro, I've been an Eagles fan since I've known about football,
All
and I've
right.
always fucked with
What's the
Andy.
final score, man? What do you think the final score is going to be? Who
I
you got
always
winning
fucked
this
with
thing?
don't cut me off, dog. I always fucked with Andy, bro. So you know what I mean? Like, regardless of who wins this shit, bro, like I really fuck with this shit, bro. I think Mahomes is the future. I don't think niggas are seeing that man, bro.
So we got the Chiefs 24-10 like over the Eagles.
Yeah, flip that. I got the Eagles going up. Or let me be serious.
Come on now, you got a prediction. This is a
Yo, I
bold
was kind of
prediction.
right on my last prediction, right? No?
You were
What was
close.
it?
You were close. I forget verbatim, but you were definitely pretty
I gave
close.
them one touchdown, I think, though. I think I said I think the Niners was only going to get 7 points, I think.
I think they only scored one touchdown, but they got a couple field
They got
goals.
10.
Yeah,
What was it?
they
10?
one field goal.
Yeah, I think they had 10. And we pretty much had what I kind of predicted, maybe a touchdown more or something. So I'm thinking I'm
31 to
giving
7. Damn,
right.
they only scored that one touchdown. You're right.
I don't think, like I said, man, I don't this gonna come down to good coaching and good quarterbacking, and I think Mahomes is gonna kill that time, bro. Like I don't think he's gonna allow us to, but it's all up to the defense. And I think, bro, listen, man, man, I'm giving KC 14, man.
14? Okay.
14, maybe 17, but I'm gonna go with 14 points, bro. I'm giving them 14 points, and I'm gonna say we gonna go up on them, man. We gonna have a good 28, good 28,
28 to
maybe
14,
even more,
final
maybe in
score.
the 30s. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And and who's putting these points up? Offense or defense?
Ah, I'm feeling a pick six in this bowl, bro. I feel like we gonna catch one on Mahomes, bro.
You got it right here live for you guys. Drugs prediction, pick six.
I know for a fact we gonna get some fumbles because that's not.
You think they're going to chase Mahomes? Mahomes is like the number one quarterback
Listen,
in the pocket.
my nigga, we niggas be forgetting we got Ndamukong Suh in that middle.
Yeah. I think
So
he forgot he
that
was
O
there.
line is ass. That O line is ass for KC. Mahomes gonna be running all day on his limp. He gonna be limping all through the field, bro. He better hope nobody catch his leg, bro. He better hope they don't have to use they second, third string, cause that's gonna have to change the whole game up. So, hey,
I
man, it's gonna come
mean,
down to protection. To be honest with you, cause at the end of the day, regardless, and I don't want to speak this into existence, you know what I'm saying? But whatever happens to Jalen, I feel like he gonna ball out. But you know, if something was to go weird, I still feel like we got it. I think the defense is really gonna hold it down, bro.
and there you have it. Drugs predictions for the Super Bowl. We'll be
Yeah,
streaming
man.
live, watching the game with you guys. Come and tune in. Come fuck with us. You know what
We
I'm saying?
definitely streaming during the
Oh
game.
yeah, we streaming that for sure. That and the motherfucking All-Star game. And it might be this week, the LeBron breaking the record game. Definitely, I'm going to be on stream for that for sure. I got to see that shit live. Quick shout outs to end this pod. Shout out to Lil Yachty. That fucking album is amazing, bro. the Black Seminole. I love that motherfucking song. What a great intro. Goddamn, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say. That album's good. That Let's Start Here album, go check it out if you haven't listened to it yet. Lil Yachty will surprise you. If you know anything about Lil Yachty's music, take all of that out of your mind, and just go in it with fresh, because it sounds like nothing that he would make. I'm not that big of a Yachty music fan. I fuck with him as a person, as a businessman, and even as an artist, his artistry, but I don't listen to his music. But this right here, this project, this shit is different, man. It's timeless music. So go ahead and check that out. You got any quick shout outs, bro, before we end this shit? Shout out to Kid Cudi.
Yes.
Shout out to Fia Baxter. Yeah, shout out to Scott Muscuddy. We love you, bro. We gotta get Cudi on the pod eventually, bro.
Like, we love you, dog. You know what I mean? This is real, genuine love. We not no little dickhead suburban kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? We really connected with you. We still do. We still fuck with everything that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing, because you will be remembered. You know what I mean? You're a legend in our eyes already. You know what I mean? So, keep building on your legacy, bro.
Keep doing it, man. We are paying attention. We love you, bro. Shout out to Mo Bamba for punching up that nigga Austin Rivers, too. Motherfucking crack in the 80s. Crack.